the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. My brothers and sisters in Christ, the red vestments.
When his disciples heard about it, they came and took his body and laid it in a tomb. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to the Lord Jesus Christ.
In vintage Steve Ray style, he planned our trip for this summer, 2019. We all know that 40 years ago, John Paul was here in the 9 days that changed history. His first pastoral visit to his homeland that eventually led to everything else changing so radically. Precisely in 1970 years ago, St. Paul similarly went on a journey that changed history. In the year 49 AD, he set sail from Troy in Asia Minor and landed in Macedonia. And the continent of Europe heard the gospel for the first time. And in less than 3 centuries, the entire empire was Christian. It took place right under the nose of the emperor, right under the nose of his legions and his soldiers, and no one noticed that the empire was going to be changed. My brothers and sisters, we might think like that sometimes too. We'll probably never be noticed. Our prayers, our work for justice probably go unsung by most people in real time. But so what? In good time, in God's good time, our prayers and our efforts and our pilgrimage will bear good fruit according to his time. Because let's face it, this evening, what are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the end of John's life or the beginning of John's life? You answer in the quiet of your heart. It reminds me of a story. I was doing my rounds at the hospital and I knocked on the door and I introduced myself. I'm in my collar. The patient knew I was a Catholic priest. He goes, "Oh, Father, am I glad to see you?" I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "My surgeon just left and I'm having surgery tomorrow. It's going to be trickier than I thought. I might not wake up." And I had no filters. So I started to smile. He goes, "What are you laughing at?" I said, "Oh, Charlie, we know you're going to wake up. It's just a question of where." He says, "I never thought of it that way. You're right. Close the door. I got to go to confession." And he received all the confession, communion, I anointed him, and then a week later, he went home. Happy ending. Home here on earth, you know. Okay? But in either case, he was ready to go home. And I bet most of us are too. And we've had a great 10 days together. But it'll be nice to be home, won't it? Both because our homes here on earth are supposed to be a foretaste to whet our appetite for our eternal home. All the good things that God gives us here and now are to prepare us for the hereafter, to design what good things we have here. Wow! What must heaven be like if it's this good down here? And so, my brothers and sisters, as we pray together as our final time, let us take that home with us, that the world may never notice what we do. That's fine. They didn't catch what St. Paul did in 49 AD anyway, either. But in God's good time, our prayers will be answered. Our efforts will be rewarded. And that ultimately is all that counts. Because we all know that, like Charlie, we're going to wake up.